Hey Moonstars, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know this is the 5th video of our day, so happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. So today in this video, I'm going to talk about my worries in friendships and my wonderful things that I absolutely love in friendships. Let's start with the things I worry about in friendships. One of the things I worry about the most is losing a friend. Now let's get down to this topic. It's happened to me at least one time. And it really was not my fault, if I'm being honest. But you know, in a friendship, it's both of our faults. So I'm not really going to go into details because it would kind of be rude to the person that was kind of rude to me. But, you know, it's okay. Some things don't work out. And most things do, some things don't. And it's okay. It's just called playing the game of life. And that's okay. Life is a game made for everyone. And nobody's always going to win it. Some people fail, some people lose, and that's okay. You're still a winner no matter what. Okay, so let's get on to the next detail. So another one of my worries in friendships is going to be me being rude to the person that I'm best friends with or possibly just friends with. And that really scares me for a good reason. Because I don't want to lose friends. Going back to the other topic, I really don't want to lose friends. It breaks my heart when I'm rude to somebody or I attempt to lose a friend. I never will try to lose a friend because that's just a waste of time. I never try to be rude to anybody, but sometimes it doesn't work and I end up doing it unguarded or on purpose. Most of the time it's not going to be on purpose because as I talked about in my last video, I try to be as nice as I possibly can to people, especially my best friends. But, you know, everybody's equal and everybody's amazing. The next thing I'm really worried about is toxic friends. Now, there's only so little of them in this world. But I kind of regret saying that. There's not too many of them. There are some really good friends you'd find out there. I know that Creepshow 111 and Tiny Diamond Zay are the best and the most least toxic people I've ever met. They're not even toxic at all. They're wonderful friends. They're the best friends I ever had. They will always be my very best friends. I think I've had a toxic friend or two once in a while. Something just happened a few weeks ago between a few months ago, and I was not very happy about it. My parents were either, because I'm not gonna call names, but something happened between me and one of my best friends, or at least may I say my old best friends. Moving on to the next detail. Another thing I'm really worried about is going to be me hurting their feelings. When I hurt somebody's feelings, I want to blame it all on me. And most of the time, I try to. Because it's most of the time my fault when I hurt somebody's feelings. But I try my best not to. But it's hard sometimes. It's just called being a human. We're nice and we're rude. It's just life. And we're not all perfect. Nothing is perfect, and nobody is perfect. And that's just how God made us all. The next thing I'm really worried about in friendships is going to be, it's going to be them not liking me. People not liking me breaks my heart. If something were to happen, I would definitely immediately change myself, no matter what. My personality, or anything really. It just depends on what the friend is mad about. Unless... So yeah, I'm pretty worried about if people don't like me, or anything like that, considered. Another thing I'm really worried about in friendships is going to be hate. Now, hate is a really common thing in this world, especially because the world is not perfect, like I said. But that's okay. People are going to be people. It's just called being a human. We all are rude at some times and we're all nice the most of the time. But we can also be really rude too. And that's in the case here. I'm really worried about if, like, somebody hates me, especially towards friends, and especially best friends too. I could not go by with me without crying all day if somebody hated me or if I did something wrong with a friend. I know you're gonna think that's just letting them take advantage of you, but it's okay. I literally get so mad at myself when I hurt somebody's feelings, especially a best friend or something. And that has happened a few times, I've got to be honest with you. The next thing I'm worried about is, I guess, a big thing, kind of, in my opinion. If the person is literally harassing you because of what you wear. Now, we all know that appearance doesn't matter. It matters about your personality and your traits. Well, not your traits. I guess I can just say your personality. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you do. It just matters how kind you are towards people. And especially if they're rude to you, then that's a good way to learn to not be rude to somebody else. And it's kind of hard to explain because Creepshow Woman 1 and Tiny Diamonds A have never done that, and they're the best friends in the world, and they're so kind, and they're the best. And I love them so much as a friend, of course. But anyways, yeah, and if somebody decides to harass you because of what you wear or what you look like, just shrug it off, because don't let them get to you. They're just jealous. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're just sad. And maybe you should help them. If somebody's rude to you, just make sure you be nice to them. That can automatically teach them a lesson saying, oh, this doesn't mess with me. This didn't mess with her. I better start being nice now. Or something like that. Some people decide to take advantage of people. And what they'll do is you'll be mean, and if you don't let it get to you, then they'll shrug it off and say, I'm not going to do this anymore. This is boring. I don't want to mess with these people. And that's how you work a harassing and hating person. Now, of course, it's hard to handle with those people, especially if it makes you feel bad, on the inside or the outside. People do have the right to bully you, but it's still not good. You should not let them get to you. But I know, it's hard. I've let people take advantage of me 18 million times. And that's just part of trying to be nice. I try to be as nice as I possibly can towards people, because I don't want to ruin the friendship or break anybody up. No, it was too much. Okay. Now moving on to the things that I love in friendships. Okay, first things first, Tiny Diamonds A and Creepshow Woman 1. They're my best friends. So much. And I love them so much. They mean the world to me. And if I had to say 0 out of 10, I would say 18 million and beyond. Because they are the best people that I've ever met, and such kind people. And I really, really love them so much as a friend, of course. Definitely as a friend. And I love all of my friends too. I love them all so much. And I would do anything for my very best friends, and my friends too. I try to be as nice as I possibly can to them, because I think it's good to be nice. But don't be too nice to the point where people can take advantage of you easily and get under your skin. Maybe that's something I really need to work on. Becoming a little bit more aggressive can help you in times, especially hard times, with your family, with your friends, and your friends' hard times too. It can help impact their mind and their heart. To make it feel better, you can give them a hug as well. Not while COVID's around though. But I'm just saying, maybe if it's your family or your brother or your sister, you could say, hey, are you feeling okay? I'm going to come give you a hug to make you feel better, hopefully. And hopefully they'll appreciate that. Otherwise, why don't you ask them what could you get them to help them? If you don't want to do that, then maybe you should go over there and ask them what's wrong and talk it out with them. Just a tip. You don't have to do it, of course. Another thing that I absolutely love in friendships is kindness. Kindness is a humongous thing in my life. I think that Creepshow 111 and Tiny Diamond Zay are the most important people in the world to me. I mean, they mean the world to me, right? And they're super awesome, and I would do anything for them. Which is why I try to be nice as possibly as I can. Kindness is a humongous thing in everything. Relationships, friendships, work jobs, everything. Especially YouTube too. Because there can be a lot of haters out there that don't really like you. But kindness is a good way to deal with it. But don't be too kind to the point where they can take advantage of you, just like I said. Now, I'm not trying to say don't be kind. Not being kind can lead you to a bad future. Or at least a worse future than most. Being kind can help you with your mental and physical health. Because it helps you socialize especially. And it helps you get a little bit more popular towards people. Being kind is also a good deed, but that doesn't mean you're perfect. Nobody's perfect, ever. God didn't make us to be perfect. God made us to be normal. And normal is not perfect. We all make mistakes, so we learn. Mistakes help you grow and become a better person. And it also helps you learn from your mistakes. That's why I love honesty and mistakes. And kindness, of course. So yes, I think it's great that some people are really honest. Honest opinion, Creepshow 111 and Tiny Diamond Zay are the most honest people I've ever met. Some of my other friends are pretty honest too. But, in my opinion, a lot of people are honest. Some people aren't. It's not good to lie, but people always forgive you if you have a good friend. If people don't forgive you, maybe try to make them feel better and think otherwise about yourself. Another thing I absolutely love about friendships and relationships, well, let's keep with the subject just friendships for now, is when people are really honest to you. When people are honest, it makes you feel good, and you want to just go over there and hug them and say something like, I know what you did was not right, but I still love you and I always will, and you will always be my friend. If something like that happened, then that's a good way to answer. Or you could say, if you were the person that lied to them, you could say, I am so sorry. I hope you will forgive me. I know what I did was wrong, but I was wondering if you could forgive me. For now on, I won't lie to you, I promise. You are a great friend and I love you so much. As a friend, of course. That's just some suggestions if you could say if you lied or you've been lied to. Just a suggestion and a tip. You don't need to do it, but you can, of course, if you want. I think that would be it for this video, Moonstars. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Moonstars!